Sushi.
Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah.
You start.
No, you start.
It's Upstart.
This is an Upstart collaboration.
And a JMS3 production.
Soon our films will rock the nation.
For even better participation.
Okay, so guys, what were some of the challenges that you found, that you faced during the making of your Upstart films?
Definitely the fact that we were in their homes, you know,
Invading
sort of
their
invading their spaces was, you know, the biggest challenge, because every day, you know, we'd go there and you don't know what you would find.
For me, the biggest issue was communication. Anele lost his phone, got stolen like a few weeks after we started this thing. So we had to start communicating over Mixit, and it became a bit of an issue. So sometimes we'd have to just rock up at his house, as you guys saw, and sometimes he wouldn't be there.
I think my issue was also along the lines of communication, but more on the language side of it,
Yeah.
where Lutanda preferred to respond to my questions in Xhosa rather than English, and that made it a bit difficult to go back and edit and understand what he's actually answering me during the film.
Do you guys feel that you helped your Upstarter express their problem clearly, even though you're not able to help them out with the issue itself?
I think I was lucky to have an Upstarter who who knew exactly what her problem was. You know, she knew that it was her problem. It was a problem that she always had to come back from school and then have to go and get water, you know, at a tap that was really far away.
With my guy, it was more of a private issue,
Yeah.
obviously with the chores and him not liking doing chores, which is a usual thing for youngsters at that age. But it was the underlying reason of his brother having bullied him when he was a youngster that I think, you know, gave the story some body.
I like the fact that Anele took control of his film. He was helpful, he was a gentleman, he helped us with equipment, and yeah, I think he enjoyed talking about his issue. I think he enjoyed talking about soccer more. And I like the fact that the film had a clear resolution. I mean, youth must get more into recreational activities, get more into sport, and I think that's what he was trying to push the most.
Okay guys, the process that we just went through working with the teenagers and that, how did it affect you, and how did it affect your understanding of the issues that these kids brought up?
For me, I think I've come to understand that not all teenagers are easily pressured. I mean, Anele found it easy to talk to his friends about this issue. I mean, he didn't see it as uncool to talk to his friends about it. His friends didn't see him as uncool for finding the issue of drugs bad. I mean, they could all come together and talk about issues that affect them.
How this whole process affected me in my understanding is that it taught me how to listen, you know, and not just to listen to what Noxie was telling me, but also to listen to what people around Noxie were saying, to what Noxie's friends were saying, to what Noxie's mother was saying. At the same time, you can bring it in with the fact that, you know, she dreams of being a journalist. She dreams of one day going to university, but she has all these chores that take her away from the schoolwork that she needs to do in order to fulfill her dreams. So that kind of information you don't get from, you know, asking her. You get it from, you know, listening to her parents, listening to her friends and her sisters. So it made my story, you know, that much more meaningful. The fact that I listened, and I listened attentively.
Same situation in with Lutanda, because
yeah, definitely.
Although I was speaking to him, I was also speaking to his mother quite a lot. And you know, the one day, I think it was the second day, we actually interviewed her, and she told us a lot about his chores and that. But it was from her that I found out that his brother used to bully him.
Thank you.
Rather than from Lutanda himself.
Yeah.
And it was with that story, with that piece of information, that I actually went and asked him. And then that's when he opened up to me about his brother and how he used to bully him, and that basically gave me the depth of my story.
Finally, I get to tell the world about my problem, and maybe someone will hear it and maybe try and help. But this whole thing was very cool and educational as well.
Working with you, it was fun. I really enjoy it.
ndiyavuya kakhulu uba lapha because ndifunde a lot of things ebengazazi like teenage pregnancy, drugs, ziyabulala. So thank you guys, thank you for everything.
Thank you.
I thought it was absolutely amazing, and it's the first time I've seen all of the short films. I think the collaboration between Rhodes University and Upstart has just worked perfectly. So I'm really, really, really excited, and we now need to Bluetooth it and get it all out there.